Black garlic. Whole bulbs of garlic, left in warm, humid air for weeks. The process triggers Maillard reactions between amino acids and natural sugars. The harsh sulfur compounds break down. The sweetness concentrates inside each clove. The result is jet black, soft and almost syrupy. Its origin is genuinely disputed. Korea is the most commonly cited source, claims of ancient medicinal use in a modern commercial revival in the early 2000s. Japan and Thailand have their own traditions. No single country owns it. The garlic industry spent years marketing it as fermented anyway.
Black truffle. The Périgord black truffle, Tuber melanosporum, grows underground in the limestone soils of southwestern France, forming a symbiotic relationship with the roots of oak and hazelnut trees. It has been eaten since antiquity. Roman writers described it as mysterious, earthly, and inexplicable. They were not wrong. France remains one of the leading producers in the world. Prices regularly reach 1,000 to 2,000 euros per kilogram. Truffle farming with inoculated saplings exists, but yields are unpredictable and take up to a decade to appear. A truffle farm is less a business and more a long-term wager against nature.
Forbidden rice. Black rice has been cultivated in China for at least 2,000 years. At some point during imperial history, it became restricted to the royal court, consumed by the emperor, distributed as a controlled luxury, unavailable to common people. The name forbidden reflects that restriction. The dramatic claims sometimes attached to it, executions for unauthorized possession, belong more to marketing copy than to documented history. What is true is that black rice remained rare and difficult to produce for centuries. It stayed out of the common diet long after the imperial restrictions lifted. The black pigment is anthocyanin, a class of antioxidant compounds also found in blueberries and dark berries. The emperors hoarded the right grain. They just didn't know exactly why. Squid Ink Pasta. Squid ink pasta originated along the coastline of Sicily. Fishermen used every part of the cuttlefish, including the ink sac, rather than discard it. The ink itself is a defense mechanism, released by the cuttlefish to cloud the water and escape predators. Sicilian fishermen turned a survival tool into a signature dish. The flavor the ink adds is subtle, oceanic, slightly briny, mineral, while the color it produces is absolute. Black pasta on a white plate is one of the most visually striking dishes in Italian cooking. It has since spread across the coastal regions of Italy and into fine dining menus worldwide. What started on a fishing pier in Catania is now served with a markup that would confuse the fishermen who invented it. Activated charcoal ice cream. Activated charcoal ice cream is jet black, odorless, and tastes like nothing in particular. That was the point. The trend emerged in the mid-2010s, driven entirely by visual appeal. A black cone photographed against a bright background performed extraordinarily well on social media. It spread from specialty shops in Japan and South Korea to ice cream parlors across the United States within months. Then, New York intervened. The city's Department of Health banned activated charcoal in food and beverages, citing FDA regulations classifying it as an unapproved food additive. Vendors were forced to pull their black cones. The same ingredient sold as a detox supplement was illegal in a waffle cone. The regulatory logic was consistent. The optics were not. Black sesame. Black sesame has been present in East Asian cooking for over 3,000 years. It appears in Chinese, Japanese, and Korean cuisine in both sweet and savory forms. Ground into pastes, pressed into oils, toasted and scattered over rice. In traditional Chinese medicine, it was associated with kidney health and longevity. The flavor is more intense than white sesame, nuttier, slightly bitter, with a depth that concentrates further when toasted. Japanese cuisine uses it in ice cream, mochi, and noodle sauces. Korean cuisine folds it into rice cakes and vegetable dishes. It has never needed a trend. It has simply been on the table, consistently, across 3 millennia and multiple civilizations. Black pudding. Black pudding is one of the oldest prepared foods in recorded history. A description of something closely resembling it appears in Homer's Odyssey, written around 800 BC. making it older than most of the countries that now claim it as a national dish. The Romans ate versions of it. The Spanish have morcilla. The French have boudin noir. The British version is made from pork blood, fat, and oatmeal or barley, a practical food born from the logic of using everything an animal provides. A 15th century English recipe called for the blood of a porpoise, reserved for the nobility. Today, it anchors the full English breakfast. Reactions to it remain, as they have always been, sharply divided. Blackberry. The blackberry is among the oldest wild fruits consumed by humans. Archaeological evidence places it in the human diet at least 8,000 years ago. It grows on thorned canes across Europe, North America, and Western Asia, in hedgerows, forest edges, and along roadsides. It has never required cultivation, marketing, or reinvention to remain relevant. Ancient Greek and Roman physicians used it to treat gout, mouth inflammation, and digestive complaints. The dark color comes from pigments called anthocyanins, compounds now linked to anti-inflammatory effects in modern nutritional research. The people stripping fruit from thorned canes 8,000 years ago didn't need a study. They just kept coming back.
Black caviar. Black caviar is the salt-cured roe of sturgeon, primarily the beluga, osetra, and sevruga species, native to the Caspian and Black Seas. It has been harvested for over 1,000 years, first by fishing communities who valued it as a dense, practical food. Somewhere between the 14th and 16th centuries, it migrated from fishing villages to royal courts, and never came back. The color ranges from deep gray to true black, depending on the species and the curing method. The flavor is oceanic, buttery, and briefly metallic, which is why it is eaten in small amounts, from the back of the hand or a mother-of-pearl spoon. Metal alters the taste. It is one of the most expensive luxury foods on Earth, and it comes from a fish that humans have pushed to the edge of extinction.
Black bean. The black bean has been cultivated in Mesoamerica for over 7,000 years, making it one of the oldest domesticated crops in the Western Hemisphere. It was a daily staple for the Maya and Aztec civilizations, stored for winter, traded across regions, eaten at every social level. Spanish colonizers encountered it in the 16th century and carried it back to Europe, where it spread slowly. In the Americas, it never went anywhere. The dark color comes from the same class of pigments found in blackberries and black rice, compounds associated with antioxidant activity that ancient populations identified through long experience without laboratories. Today, it is the foundation of Cuban, Brazilian, and Mexican cuisines. 7,000 years of continuous use is its own kind of endorsement.
Black trumpet mushroom. The black trumpet mushroom carries a French name, Trumpet de la mort. It translates as trumpet of the dead. The name refers to its shape and color. It has done nothing to suppress demand. The mushroom grows in the leaf litter of deciduous forests across Europe and North America, emerging in late summer and autumn. It cannot be commercially cultivated at any meaningful scale. Every black trumpet served in a restaurant was found by hand in a forest. The flavor is intensely earthy, smoky, and complex, closer to a truffle than most mushrooms, with a fragrance that deepens further when dried. It appears in French haute cuisine, in Scandinavian foraging traditions, and on menus that treat sourcing as a point of pride. Supply is permanently limited. The demand is not.
Charcoal bread. Charcoal bread is made by adding activated charcoal to dough, turning the entire loaf a uniform matte black. It appeared in Japanese artisan bakeries in the early 2000s. The visual contrast between the black crust and pale interior became a signature of certain shops. The concept expanded with the black burger bun, popularized widely by Burger King Japan in 2012, which served a burger with a black bun, black sauce, and black cheese. The trend migrated globally within 2 years. The charcoal adds no flavor. It adds no meaningful nutritional benefit in the quantities used. It exists to make food black. It is, in this way, the most honest item on this list. A food with no origin myth, no imperial history, no claim to health, just color. And for a period of about 5 years, that was enough.
12 foods.
Different cultures, different histories, different reasons for turning black. Sometimes chemistry, sometimes tradition, sometimes pure marketing. But the result is always the same: a color that grabs attention on a plate or on a screen.